and welcome to my channel, Ohio Valley Dasher. I know it says Ohio Valley Couponer up there. That's my main channel. But this is Ohio Valley Dasher. Thank you so much for checking out another one of my videos. On this channel, I talk about gig work. I've shared ride-along videos with you guys where I have done DoorDash, Instacart, Uber Eats, and Spark. Sometimes all on the same day, sometimes not. But we've done all four in the same video before. I do ride-along, sharing with you guys orders that I've done, and just like the whole experience. I love gig work and gig work content here on YouTube, so I've had a blast making those kinds of videos. We have like over 40 of them on my channel, so check out the ride-alongs playlist if you want to catch up on those, or if you're new, see them and binge watch them. That'd be really cool as well. But I'm going to be talking today about quitting gig work, ? I got a comment the other day about this. Someone asked, am I still doing gig work? And I just want to update you guys about where I am with gig work right now and how that kind of pertains to my channel, Ohio Valley Dasher. And so what I want to do in this video is I want to share with you guys my story with gig work, how gig work's gone for me and why I got into it, and then also where I see my future with it. So it's going to be a little bittersweet, I'm not going to lie, but I feel like this is the right direction for my life, and I know a lot of you guys are going to understand that, and so I'm excited to share with you guys, because there's been a lot happen in the last few months. There's been a lot happen. So let me start by sharing my work story with you guys. So Ohio Valley Couponer, that is where it all started for me with work. So when I started Ohio Valley Couponer, it was 2017, and I was in college. I was in my hardest semester of college. Gonna be. I think I started in the summer, actually. So yeah, I started in the summer. So I was gonna be heading into my last year at community college, and I'll tell you, that was the hardest year of college for me. Beyond the bachelor's and the master's degree, that was the hardest year of college for me. It was crazy. I had an internship. I had all these hard accounting classes. It was insane. But I wanted a job to start getting work experience, but I did not have the availability in my schedule to have a normal W-2 because I had school full time. I was taking 5 classes, and then I had this internship that was going to be coming up. So I just could not make it work to have a W-2 job. So that's kind of where this idea originated for the YouTube channel. And Ohio Valley Couponer was born, and it started out slow, but you know what? We are here all these years later, and we are now at over 50,000 subscribers. Yay! And I'm still going strong on Ohio Valley Couponer, and I have no plans to stop doing Ohio Valley Couponer. That is still kind of my main job. I love it, and I love it. I love couponing. I love making videos over there, and I'm so thankful for that channel. So yeah, but why I say all this. When I graduated, it actually ended up being pandemic time. So I finished up my master's program online during the pandemic, and I continued doing YouTube. Times were so weird then, it was kind of hard to find a job, so I just stuck with the YouTube channel. So I rode that out. Then it was time, after the whole grace period extended for the student loans, when the pandemic ended, then the loans are getting due again, and I really got into a lot of financial advice on YouTube. I was listening to Dave Ramsey quite a bit, and just how you can pay off debt and things like that. I knew these student loans were going to be coming in, and I was like, okay, how can I pay these off? So I really started listening to a lot of Dave Ramsey, and he had talked about a lot of the Ramsey personalities did, but talking about how you need to increase your income to pay off debt, to have extra money to throw towards debt. I'd cut a lot of my expenses out or down, and I, still wasn't able to do a ton in the way of putting extra towards debt. And so really, I thought about DoorDash before because I always thought it sounded kind of cool, not going to lie. My cousin had done it in the past, and so I was in the back of my head. But finally, I got the courage to do it after listening to all of the Dave Ramsey show and talking about side hustles. I was like, you know what? I got to do this because my financial situation, to be able to pay off debt, my student loans and my car and stuff, I got to increase the income. I've made a lot of cuts, but I got to increase the income. So that's when I got into gig work. And so I signed up. It was in October of 2023. I signed up, and the only one I got on that first day was DoorDash. They approved me in a couple of hours, and I made a video. Actually, it just posted on Wednesday talking about my first day dashing and how horrible I did. But yeah, I started doing DoorDash, and guys, I fell in love with it. Totally loved it, and it was something I was all into. I loved doing DoorDash. That first night, I was sold, even though I had some problems that night. You'll have to go check out that first day of DoorDash video or whatever. But yeah, I loved it. It was amazing. And it was really, really good for me because it got me outside the box of what I normally did. I never had another job before Ohio Valley Couponer. Put it into context, I actually started college while I was still in high school. So I was really young when I went to college. I was actually 15 when I started at my community college here. So yeah, put it into context, I never had another job before Ohio Valley Couponer. So I didn't have that, job at the grocery store, bagging groceries, or at a restaurant, washing dishes or whatever. So I love Ohio Valley Couponer, don't get me wrong. This is so cool for me because I never had a job like a service kind of job, like washing dishes or, waiting tables or whatever. I never had that kind of like interaction in my community kind of job, like a first job kind of deal like that. So this was so awesome. Like it felt like a first like in-person job for me to be able to pick up food at a restaurant and deliver it to somebody. It just was so, so cool. And honestly, the pay was pretty great. I mean, typically $20+ an hour is nothing to cry about. It's pretty awesome. And so I loved it. And it's been so good for me and my social anxiety. I'm a person who's actually pretty introverted. I know it's like I come on YouTube, I have 50,000 subscribers, but it's a whole lot easier talking to a camera screen than to a person one-on-one. It's so weird. I spoke in front of like thousands of people at my middle school graduation thing for student council, but like one-on-ones, that's what I struggle with the most. So yeah, it's really weird, but this was so good for me socially because I've had to deal with conflict with people with DoorDash and I didn't have a choice. I had to do it. I have to be social. You have to greet the people, you have to talk to people. And it's been really good for me with that. So it created some really, really great benefits in my life and it's helped me deal with a lot of stuff. I continue to add on as I got approved with more apps, Instacart, Uber Eats, Spark, and I've been multi-apping. So I've been doing gig work as much as I could. Like I was doing YouTube, and then a lot of times I would go out and do gig work whenever it permitted in my schedule, like several times a week. And then I started this YouTube. I already had this channel from various other projects I've tried. You OGs from Ohio Valley Couponer, remember all the different names this channel has had. But when I got really into gig work, I loved watching gig work videos. In fact, I watched gig work videos before I even did gig work myself. They're just so entertaining and I loved it. So I was like, I want to make videos too, because I love, I'm comfortable with making videos because of Ohio Valley Couponer. And so I loved making videos. And so I started making videos for my ride-alongs. And a lot of you guys have enjoyed following along for those. I've got to meet lots of new people over here on YouTube, lots of Dash tubers, but also some of my OGs from Ohio Valley Couponer are still here. And so it's been amazing. I've loved getting to make videos about that. So I was doing gig work pretty much whenever I could for the last several months. Kind of crazy though, how literally something you never dreamed you'd be doing comes into your life. And that's totally where I'm at right now. So I've been doing DoorDash and I've been doing YouTube. I have my degree in accounting and in business administration. And really those jobs were not experienced towards that. And the unfortunate reality, at least in my area, is if I want a job, 95% of them require several years of work experience in the field. And that's not something that I've been able to get because, I've applied for accounting jobs. I've applied for stuff like that and they just won't hire me because I don't have that experience. And if it's a job that doesn't take much experience, it's like cutthroat. A bunch of people are applying. Small town problems because a lot of us don't want to drive an hour to the capital, Columbus, to work. And so that's why I've been doing my own thing and I've been so thankful for it, but it really wasn't giving me work experience. And I kind of just had to place it in God's hands. Like, I'm not getting the experience or whatever in the field, but I'm just going to trust that God's going to work it out. And he did completely. Like this took me by surprise. I never even thought I would get a gig like this. It's so amazing how God is always working things out on our behalf, like behind the scenes. Like I didn't know God was doing this. This isn't even something I've been praying for to happen at the moment. But God, he knows what's best. And behind the scenes, he was like working this out for me and basically creating so many opportunities. It's been amazing. So let me just kind of like tell you what has happened since about the first of the year, January, February, somewhere around there. I don't remember the specifics, but I got an amazing opportunity to start shadowing and working with medical billing. That is not something I'd ever done before, but the opportunity arose where the person was needing some help and offered me, to be able to help them. And so I took them up on that opportunity. not gonna lie, at first I was like, do I want to do this? I'm pretty happy with my DoorDash and YouTube. But this was too good of an opportunity to pass up, so I started to do it. And I'm gonna be real, at first it was a struggle. Like I was like, oh my gosh, like I could be out delivering food right now and I'm here doing this. And this is like very difficult. But I didn't love it at first, but I stuck with it. And the more I kept doing it, the more I learned about it and the more I learned to like it. And it kind of reminds me there's a lot of ways that it is what I went to school for. And I'm actually using my degree for things. Pretty awesome. Like this is the first job I feel like I'm actually really using the knowledge I learned in college to do this. And so I was shadowing and then working with this person, and then more opportunities continued to arise. So in this work, I've actually made connections with different providers, helping with their billing and stuff like that. So it's been really cool to get to meet other people, but it also opened up doors for more potential work. So something that the person I've been working with doesn't do is insurance credentialing or whatever. And so in these connections, I have been working with these people, for billing and stuff. They have actually asked me to do their credentialing. And so I've been going headfirst into that. I'm very transparent, like, hey, I've not done this before. And they're like, no, we trust you. Like, we know you can figure this out. And I've been learning it and working on it. And it's been amazing. So I've gotten these kind of contracted gigs here, but they're indefinite because as more credentialing needs arise, they want me to do it. And so I'm really, really thankful. It's crazy to me. I have several people who have hired me on to do this. It's like just a couple months ago, I never even dreamed this is something I'd be doing, but I'm here doing it. So I have some billing stuff I'm doing for one client and then credentialing for several clients. And it's just been such an awesome opportunity, and it has continued to grow. And it's like, if this is a long-time business, if this turns into a long-time business, sweet. But even if it's just a temporary thing for experience that can go on a resume, that's phenomenal. And I'm so thankful for that. So where does gig work tie into all this? So I have not done gig work for a few weeks now, and I'm not sure when I'm going to get to do it again. I really, really like gig work, but something has had to give in my schedule. It was either gig work stays or Ohio Valley Couponer stays. And at this point, Ohio Valley Couponer is still the main thing in my life. That's my main source of income. And so that's not going anywhere. So gig work, unfortunately, has to take a back seat for now. And this channel, unfortunately, has to take a back seat for now, because in order to have videos, I have to be doing gig work. So unfortunately, I'm not sure when the next time I'll be doing gig work will be. But I do want to do it again in the future. It is something I still do enjoy and would love to get to do in the future. So I will be back at some point to do more content. But, trying to figure all this stuff out. It's a new phase in my life, and I am excited though. I'm really excited to see where this next stage of life takes me. And so guys, I truly appreciate you all for listening to me and watching this video and watching my channel and being a part of this channel. Thank you so much. I'm still going to be an Ohio Valley Couponer, so if you want to follow me over there, go right ahead. Stay subscribed to this channel. This is not the end of this channel. I'm not sure when the next time I'll be posting is, but when I do gig work, I love making the videos too. So I would love to do more videos and stuff when time permits. But for right now, unfortunately, in order to keep my sanity, something's gotta be cut back. And unfortunately, this is what has to be cut back in my life right now. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching this. And yeah, happy gig working.